We're trying to we're trying to anchor down my tripod. It is windy. It already blew her once before I got to it. One more. The heavier the merrier. So we're weighing them down with some big old rocks. And hopefully that'll hold it down. But yeah, it's a little windy here in Agua Dulce, Texas. Nueces County is what I was told, a county, which you think of Corpus Christi, but we're not quite that far. It's about 13 miles east of Alice on 44 is Agua Dulce, 7 miles west of Banquetti, if that helps you any. But welcome to ST Lady Cat Nation. This is Amador Ramirez, and this is the finale for District and the finale for the regular season. And you're going to get a lot of wind here, folks. I apologize for that, but I'm flipping my cap backwards so I can get my head a little closer to the microphone. And I am holding on to both. I'm holding on to dear life with my tripod. But once again, ST Lady Cat Nation, Amador Ramirez, and we will also have a 7 o'clock game at home against the Pettis Eagles, our Skidmore-Tynan Bobcats baseball team hosting the Pettis Eagles, and my colleague, my broadcast partner, Ray Ramirez, will be bringing you that action on ST Bobcat Nation YouTube. So I don't know if this one will be over by then, but actually it should. That's 2.5 hours from now, if I can do the math right. So we should be done. And if it lasted 2.5, I could spend a little bit of that listening to it on the way home. I had about a 50-minute drive, took shortcuts here and there, but looking a little bit at some of the let's look at some of the standings around the district, and let's start with softball. No, I actually stand the whole time, but thank you. Maybe to hold on to it. But I think I'll be okay because I put some heavy rocks in the bag. It should anchor it down.
If you need more weight, I got these weighted balls.
Sure. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. All right, I'm getting a lot of assistance here. Maybe I won't fly away. Around the district here, April 17, 2025. Starting with softball in 32A. Skidmore-Tynan 10-3 here at Agua Dulce 7-6. Agua Dulce, I was told, is going to be matched up in the first round against Shiner. Refugio 7-6 at Port Aransas 4-8. And Refugio looking for a spot because along with Agua Dulce and with Kennedy 7-6, looking to fight for that third spot. And I don't know all of the playoff implications yet, and I apologize for that. But nonetheless, Refugio at Port Aransas, my good friend Ryan Linney from Refugio Sports Network is there. And then we have Pettis 0-12 at Yorktown 2-11 and Woodsboro 13-0 at Kennedy 7-6. So again, those 7-6 teams, Kennedy, Agua Dulce, and Refugio. And again, we know Agua Dulce will be taking on Shiner, as I was told just a moment ago. All right. Skidmore-Tynan 10-3 at Agua Dulce. 7-6, the finale here, folks. Up to the plate. We'll talk more softball scores and baseball updates in District 32A. But until then, let's get it rocking and rolling here with Brogan Schmidt to lead off here at the top of the first. Again, this is as good a spot as I'm going to get, folks. Skidmore-Tynan will be taking on Flatonia in Cuero on the 25th of April, 7 o'clock. And I do have a graphic on that. You can take a snippet of it in a little bit, but I'm sure you'll remember, and we'll be, of course, repeating it a lot at ST Bobcat Nation Facebook. And of course, we stream on ST Bobcat Nation YouTube and ST Lady Cat Nation on YouTube. Just underway, 1-2 is the count on the leadoff batter, Brogan Schmidt. And a little tapper over to third, over to first, over the head, and Brogan Schmidt will take second. An errant pass from third over to first. To the plate, number 1, Olivia Kinney, who is the relief pitcher. Coach Gonzalez coaching her from third base. So Brogan Schmidt, the tapper to third, an errant pass, and a little bunt placed nicely, and over to first, out, and the sacrifice, Brogan Schmidt to third. So nicely done there by Olivia Kinney. We won't be seeing Jolie Mann as the second batter up, but job well done by Kinney. And here is swinging Sydney Swinney, and that's a foul ball out to the right side. It is windy here, folks, so we are going to, well, I say that, and then all of a sudden it dies down, and then we're right off Highway 44 between the Robstown, Cal Allen area and Alice, just north of Highway 44. You can hear the traffic straight ahead. So, and I'm not getting all the pitching down. Number 18, Avery Calvez, is pitching, and she's up 1-2 on Swinney. 2-2 is the count. Again, I gave you the lineups for the games tonight, the 4 games tonight. That's a tip. Remains 2-2 with 1 out. And that was the sacrifice bunt by Olivia Kinney to get Brogan Schmidt to third. Brogan Schmidt hit a tapper to third. The ball was thrown over her head. She made it to second, and that's where we're at right now with 1 out. And that one goes right to shortstop, out at first, and Brogan Schmidt comes in with the first run. 2 outs. Mia Bresenio will come to the plate. Well, I've got rocks and weights in my bag, actually, so that is keeping my tripod down, and I appreciate Agua Dulce and Skidmore-Tynan for helping me out there. Mia Bresenio, nobody on. Brogan Schmidt with the first run. Strike called. So Calvez, number 18, Avery Calvez. That's the coach's daughter, I believe. And that one's, a little spin on that one. And will it be in time? Yes, it is. Out at first, and that takes us to, and a challenge, that one. Hit her on the knee. See what happens. And officiating crew coming over to Coach Gonzalez. Coach Gonzalez was protesting the out on first. See if I can eavesdrop on it. I think it could have been one of those. I did not see it. So with that, it's like you can't overturn it then. And that is the way it will end, going into the bottom of the first here in Agua Dulce. 1-0. Skidmore-Tynan on a Brogan Schmidt reaching second base after the errant pass to first. Olivia Kinney sacrifice bunted her to third. And then Swinney, a little tapper in field, actually to shortstop, which was the second out, but it was enough to get Brogan Schmidt in for the first run. And the last one, controversial out at first, but again, I think it was a matter of they could have gone either way, but I will stick with the out at first. And let's see what we got here for here, we've got Olivia Kinney on the mound, throwing to behind the plate catcher Brogan Schmidt. Sydney Swinney is going to be at first. On second will be Ali Hernandez, Mia Bresenio at second, rather shortstop. Haley Rodriguez at third, and in a little bit we'll find out. And there goes Jenna Vasquez out to right field. Alexis Flores is at center, and out in left will be Chloe Franco. And that's where we'll be. And a good showing at the top of the first for Agua Dulce's pitcher, Avery Calvez. Once again, looking at the games tonight: Skidmore-Tynan 10-3 at Agua Dulce 7-6. Frio 7-6 at Port Aransas 4-8. Pettis 0-12 at Yorktown 2-11. Woodsboro 13-0 at Kennedy 7-6. Haley Estringel will lead off. Haley Estringel leading off the bottom of the first for Agua Dulce. Again, on the mound is Olivia Kinney. Jolie Mann had a little time to heal up a little bit and beat up somewhat. So quickly, it's 2-0 the count. I believe Olivia Kinney, the freshman. Looking down the roster, Olivia Kinney, the freshman. We've also got Jenkins Salinas and Dana Sanchez. And a good toss there. Hitting the bottom of the ball there to give us a tip. Nonetheless, strike one. 2-1 the count. Agua Dulce getting loud in their dugout. Skidmore-Tynan always making noise. Right now, letting the game settle in first. 3-1 the count. Giving the freshman an opportunity to start. Both teams going to the playoffs. Skidmore-Tynan, once again, will be in Cuero on April 25th, 7 p.m. to take on the Flatonia Bulldogs. Foul ball to the left, right past Haley Rodriguez. So 3-2, full count to Haley Estringel. Olivia Kinney on the mound. And that'll be a walk for Estringel. Nobody out here at the bottom of the first, and to the plate, number 7, Talia Ramirez with Estringel on first. Man, what a catch by, that is a good catch by the catcher, Brogan Schmidt. Estringel holds and Ramirez. Talia Ramirez. Talia. 2-0. Talia. There's a Natalia, and I don't know if that's, I would assume it's Natalia, but I'll find out from the pronunciations from the dugout on my right side. That's 3-0, so the Lady Cats in danger of getting 2 runners on the leadoff. The bottom of the first. 1-0. Foul ball. And once again, for the second straight time, Olivia Kinney getting to, well, actually that's 3-1, but jumping the gun a little bit at full count, not quite. She needs a strike here, and that's doing well for Olivia Kinney. She get a strike here. And that one goes way over, and that's going to put 2 runners on, both walks. And now the pitcher, number 18, Avery Calvin. called. Olivia Kinney basically just cool and collected, as she stated in her interview. Good stop there by Brogan Schmidt. Over to first, and it's over Sweeney's head. In will come the first run in, and that is Estinel. Calvez stays at first. Ramirez over at third, and to the plate. Cleanup batter, Audrey Luetta. 1-1. Estinel bringing in the first run. That could bring in the safe. Ramirez is safe. Everybody criticizing her slide there from the Agua Dulce side. I know in humor she did a great job. Estinel getting on base, rounding the bases. Audrey Luetta, number 21. Runners on second. And that's Calvez. 2-0. 3-0 actually is the count. Hopefully the view isn't too bad inside this caged fence. That's a strike down the gut. Beautifully done there by Olivia Kinney. 3-1. Yeah, the winds, my weights are helping. Swing and a miss. Calvez takes third. Heads up play by Calvez, getting to third. So now, full count, an opportunity for Olivia Kinney right here. Right over to Olivia Kinney. Checks the runner at third and over to first. Nicely done by the Lady Cats. And Olivia Kinney making sure the runner, Calvez, stayed on third. Number 23 to the plate, Juliana Gutierrez. Hitter, so Gutierrez will take first. Calvez remains on third. Runners at the corner, and now number 2 to the plate, Josie Delgado. Delgado coming to the plate with runners at the corners, 1 out. And that's exactly what Olivia Kinney needs to do. Foul ball tapped over to the Lady Cats dugout, 0-1. So up on the batter is Olivia Kinney. And this will be, it's going to come in. Calvez with good speed over on third. Gutierrez to second. So a 3-1 lead right now for Agua Dulce. Delgado at the plate. Foul ball. Coach gives a heads up. 3-1 Agua Dulce here in the bottom of the first, 1 out. Kinney. Kinney checked off on a third base runner and threw it over to Swinney for the first out. Here we are, 3-1. And that's going to be a strikeout, but unable to handle it. That sends the runner Delgado over to first. Emily Anderson, number 3. And have a visit to the mound are the Lady Cats. Anderson will go over to third base coach. I don't know if that's Coach Lopez. We got Coach Lopez and Coach Calvez for Agua Dulce. Once again, I think I got enough weights in my bag for that's on my tripod for a Hurricane Category 1. My mistake, I believe I've been saying our Lightning game was the Agua Dulce game, and the Agua Dulce game turned out to be 11-9 Skidmore-Tynan, and the Lightning delay game was Emily Anderson, number 3. Runners at the corner. Happened to be the 13-2 win. I think that was Yorktown. And they're going to leave it. The runner Delgado heads over to second. You got Gutierrez on third and Anderson at the plate. Again, Skidmore-Tynan has clinched their playoff spot already. This is a perfect opportunity to allow a freshman to gain experience here also, and you got 3 more years too, so Olivia Kinney doesn't get rattled. And they're going to keep it right there. Olivia Kinney covers home plate. Brogan Schmidt heads back. 2-1 is the count, 1 out. Emily Anderson. And this is going to go to first and out. Runner does come in. So an RBI. Gutierrez comes in, so a nice RBI there for Emily Anderson. Foul ball, number 11 is Emily Garza to the plate. Delgado is on third. This wind is strong. Just knocked down a little girl right behind me. Scraped up the knee just a little bit. It should be okay. 1-1, 2 outs. Agua Dulce has put up 4 runs here in the bottom of the first. Just inside. 2-1. Good put-outs by Olivia Kinney on the first one, and then Haley Rodriguez over to Swinney. Of course, Anderson bringing in the runner, and that made it 4-1. So 3-1 is the count. Swing and a miss. Emily Garza, good speed on that one, and a little kind of a change up there. Kind of dropped at the last and fooled Garza. And there it is. Strikeout for Olivia Kinney and Skidmore-Tynan. We go to the second. Agua Dulce 4, Skidmore-Tynan 1. So let's keep going down that lineup here real quick, or the for softball, I should say. softball was, the 4 games were played, of course, Tuesday in 32A. Port Aransas 1, Agua Dulce 7. Woodsboro 20-1 over Pettis. Referial 23-4 over Yorktown. And Skidmore-Tynan just getting by Kennedy 3-2, which is, again, got the clinching playoff berth for the Lady Cats. Talk a little bit of baseball in the next break. But we're set here. Skidmore-Tynan heading to the playoffs against Flatonia, the Bulldogs, in Cuero on April 25th at 7 o'clock. That's a Friday night, folks. So Friday night lights for softball. We'll go to the second inning, and Jolie Man up to the plate. And Calvez at the plate. Got a familiar voice on the right side. Recognize that voice back in Skidmore-Tynan. And that is foul. She got a piece of that one. 1-1. I lost that one, or that ball lost me because I didn't see it. It was quick. Jolie Man. 1-1. Oh, just missed a vehicle. Volkswagen. One and two. So Calvez up on the batter, Jolie Man. I believe behind the plate is Natalia Ramirez. I believe that's a 6. And it's a ball, 2-2. And that one's going. That one went out of the park. 3 balls are out of the park. Two of them are already over the fence in the outfield, and then of course they both went foul, but the other one right behind us. Jolie Man, 2-2. And base on balls, and I know she'll get a courtesy runner. So Skidmore-Tynan with nobody out, runner on, and Alexis Flores. Flex running for the DP. The DP being Jolie Man. Playing designated today. And here comes the courtesy will be. It's gonna be Ali Hernandez. So, Alexis Flores, number 2 for the Lady Cats. She does like to bunt. A little bit of scouting going on here on the Agua Dulce right side of me. Let's see if she tries to advance. Ali Hernandez. Can't quite see a lefty where I'm at right now, but you'll see the bat go. That's a foul ball over the dugout. It's somebody back there, but it's out of view. That wind is, I'm not saying the wind took that one, but I heard it hit somebody in the back over on the left side. Catcher Natalia Ramirez making sure Ali Hernandez retreats to first. There is. Oh, it's a nice bunt, and everybody's safe. Beautifully done there by Alexis Flores. Haley Rodriguez to the plate, nobody out. Runners on first and second. Hernandez on second, Flores on first. Chloe Franco will be in the on-deck circle. Haley Rodriguez. Ball outside. It's probably the closest I've been to right behind the plate, other than Greenwood Softball Complex back in Corpus Christi. Swing and a miss. Nicely done there by Calvis. Again, Ali Hernandez on second. Alexis Flores on first. Here on this Thursday night. And oh, it's foul. I was going to say nice, but it had backspin to it. It's got a little like English in billiards. I say billiards when you know when you know how to play pool. That's why I say billiards. I'm not saying I know how to play pool. Actually, it is a great pastime of mine. I haven't done it in a long time though, but it did have some English on that one. Keeping the runners honest is Natalia Ramirez. Top of the second. 4-1, Agua Dulce. That's a high one over to right field. And it's out there. Nicely done, number 11. Out at right field, Emily Garza. So Garza with the first out. Chloe Franco with a hot bat. Monday, or Tuesday I should say. And trying to continue that streak going here is Chloe Franco. Runners in on first and second, one out. And this goes short. Let's see if they will force out at third. Nicely done there. Shortstop two. Delgado over to third baseman Juliana Gutierrez, and that is the second out. So they're doing a good job on defense. Now Jenna Vasquez, number 11, up to the plate. Needs to do something here. She represents the tie and run. I know that's early to be talking like that, but she does represent a tie and run. A home run here would tie it. And quickly, Calvez up 0-2. Skidmore-Tynan does not want to squander an opportunity with two runners on. Foul ball. Called it before the umpire. I guess I should wait. But I don't think he can hear me. Maybe he can. It's windy and it's coming my direction, so my voice is coming the other way, I believe. And that one gets to shortstop, out, and then I have a correction. First baseman is Gutierrez, and number 21 is out at third. Nonetheless, that was Luetta on third. Nonetheless, a good top of the second for the Agua Dulce Lady Longhorns fielding. Beautifully done. So as I mentioned, it was not Agua Dulce during that lightning delay game that Skidmore-Tynan won 13-2 after being down 13-3, I should say. They were down 2-0. Then after the delay, it went to 3, and then Skidmore-Tynan poured it on at 13. I believe it was Yorktown, and I apologize if it wasn't. But the Agua Dulce game was not that game, because the Agua Dulce game was 11-9 in favor of Skidmore-Tynan. So a correction on my part, and I was a gentleman who gave me a lift on the golf cart over to the restroom facilities. They're a good distance away, and with the wind, it would have taken me twice as long. But nonetheless, that was just an update I wanted to give everybody. Let's talk baseball real quick before we move into the bottom of the second. will be number 22, Emma Jacobo, will come to the bat. But in the baseball side, Agua Dulce's 8-3 at Woodsboro, 5-6. Port Aransas 11-0 at Refugio, 8-3. That's a big one. Pettis 3-8 at Skidmore, 0-10 in Skidmore at ST Bobcat Nation on YouTube at 7 o'clock today. Kennedy 7-4 at Yorktown, 1-9 as they meet at the mound. Let's just look a little bit at the gentleman played last Monday, not Tuesday, and here's how it ended up. Yorktown 13-5 over Woodsboro, 13-5 over Yorktown. Port Aransas beat Kennedy 9-3. Refugio beat Pettis 17-5, and Agua Dulce 16-13 over Skidmore-Tynan in a close one. Skidmore-Tynan actually had some stars in that game. Anthony Villarreal with a 2-run shot. And Colton Lopez with a 3-run shot and a solo home run. So in that loss, there were some good things that came out of it. They were playing a high-octane Agua Dulce team. Emma Jacobo. Swing that one a little low, but helping out. Olivia Kinney on that one. 1-1 is the count. Once again, Agua Dulce, from information from my chauffeur here, is heading to play Shiner and Skidmore-Tynan. We'll be taking on Flatonia, the Flatonia Bulldogs, and that one is on April 25th. Ball 4, Jacobo will go to first. So April 25th, 7 o'clock, Skidmore-Tynan and Flatonia, round 1, playoffs. It's a 7 o'clock game, and we'll talk about how we're going to bring that to you in just a little while. Foul ball, and that is, I believe we're back to top of the order, Haley Estinel. Is a dead ball there because Lady Cats, I know you're in the playoffs, but you gotta keep playing. Gotta make sure your head's in the game, and that's the best way I can put it. Even if you're going to the playoffs, you want to go in on fire. You want to go in with a win. Jacobo on first. Well, Estinel will go to first. Jacobo over to second. And to the plate, Alia Ramirez for the Lady Longhorns. Foul ball. Good pitch there by Olivia Kinney. The playoff game for Skidmore-Tynan and Flatonia, as is the case with all the playoff games that you're going to encounter. Foul ball over to the left. That wind did not pick it up, but momentum of the bat did that, but wouldn't doubt it, the wind moved it maybe an inch. But we will not be streaming via YouTube at ST Lady Cat Nation. We will be streaming through the NFHS network at nfhsnetwork.com. Nancy Frank High School Network.com. Again, that's Nancy Frank High School Network.com. And that's a foul. And so Talia Ramirez getting some wood on that bat, on that ball, if you will. Metal, though. And that's kudos to Olivia Kinney, though. So up 1-2. 1-2 is the count. And once once again. That is foul. The closest one would have been, that's a good effort by Chloe Franco. And Mia Bresenio out there even. Out at from shortstop and from left field. Franco and Bresenio, but it was out of here. If I had thought they might catch it, I would have turned my camera a little bit. Make excuses for my inadequacies. Foul ball. Good stop by Coach there at third. I don't mind. I would rather have wind and rain and lightning and everything you can think of. I just want internet. As long as I have internet. As long as the technology is there. And that's going to send runners and Estrinel over to second. And Jacobo to third. So runners in scoring, 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. A good stop by Brogan Schmidt. Basically getting the glove behind the legs of the batter and doing good to keep the ball in play. Otherwise, you got Jacobo coming in. Swing and a miss, and strike 3 for 1 out. Avery Calvez, the pitcher, to the plate for Agua Dulce with runners. Jacobo on third and Estrinel on second. Strikeout by Olivia Kinney. Olivia Kinney would do well to get out of this with very. That's a good strike there. Everybody's gonna complain about the pitch. Some people gotta have it right smack in the middle. It adds inside. And they're going to have to add. Well, there comes a run, and that is Jacobo. You can't be making those mistakes. There's no action. There's no reason to overthrow or miss a catch in this situation. 3-1 is the count. Estrinel on third. 1 runner has come in. There we go again. Safe. Estrinel, look at that. Now there's going to be, that gets away. Audrey Loetta, 5-1. Time is called. Coach needs to settle him down. So Calvez will go over to second. In came Estrinel. Now Audrey Loetta, third baseman, playing third base, is up to the plate. Coach Calvez coaching out at first, and I believe, forgive me if it's not, Coach Lopez at third. Coaching Loetta. Calvez over there with Gutierrez for Agua Dulce. I guess I missed a run. That last one, that's right. 6-1. That one on a wild pitch. So here's Loetta to the plate with Calvez on second. Calvez will take third. Avery Calvez on third. 6-1. It's 1-0. The count. And a good pitch by Kenny on that one. That one smoked right past Loera. 1 out. 1-1 the count. 1 out. No runner on. High on that one.
Don't try to kill it, Audrey. Just make contact.
Audrey Loera with Avery Calvez, the pitcher. On third. Strike. 2-2 the count. Couple of good pitches there by Olivia Kenny. Battling hard against Avery Loera. Make that Audrey Loera. And a strikeout. Down goes Loera. Meant to say Avery Calvez. Here comes number 23, Juliana Gutierrez, first base. On deck is Josie Delgado, the shortstop. So Kenny trying to hold it this inning down to just a 2-run inning. 4 runs were put up in the bottom of the first, and here we are with 2 runs for Agua Dulce in the bottom of the second. A little high on that one. So 2-0 is the count. Strike call. Well, and the narrow pass, in comes Calvez. Seven to 1 is the score. So that leaves the bases empty for Gutierrez. Two and 2 the count, 2 outs. Kenny a strike away from striking out this side. Swinny giving some encouragement on the field coach, if you will. And there it is. That takes down 3 strikeouts in the inning for Kenny. And that, ladies and gentlemen, 3 runs come in. It is 7-1. We'll go to the top of the third here in Agua Dulce, Nueces County. Well, here's the graphic, folks, for the playoff game. You want to take a snippet of what's going to be happening? Friday, April 25th, 7 p.m. versus Flatonia at Cuero's softball field. Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats begin their playoff run in Cuero, April 25th, 2025, 7 p.m. against the Flatonia Bulldogs. The game will be streamed through the NFHS network and not through our ST Lady Cat Nation YouTube channel. Once again, it'll be the NFHS network. There is a subscription. The cheaper way to go is to go annually. It's to go the annual, and it turns out to be like $6 and something a month. But if you're just getting it for the month, it's $13. So obviously the better deal is the annual one, which I should have done a long time ago. But I go on and off depending upon the season. But lately I've been covering and being a part of, woo, it's starting to hit me. Dust going out. Ramirez getting situated at top of the order for Skidmore-Tynan. Brogan Schmidt. Top of the third, 7-1. Calvez a little high on that one. And it really makes a difference having some big rocks and weights in a bag that's on top of or strung over my tripod. It's really, really helping. Now Skidmore-Tynan's dugout coming alive. And that will go and hit Mr. Brian Swinney. Almost had that one. Brogan Schmidt, 1 and 2. Tapper to the left side into the dugout for the Lady Cats. Keep it at 1 and 2, nobody out. So Skidmore-Tynan seeing if they can get on a little rally here to lead off the top of the third. And this one's going to go right over second base into center field. Single for Brogan Schmidt. I believe there'll be a courtesy runner. And that'll be Kylie Kinney going to first. Give Brogan Schmidt a break. That way she can get her. The hopes for the Lady Cats, she doesn't have to come out for a while. That means there'll be a rally going. You always want to go back through the order at least twice. No, the bunt, no good. That is Olivia Kinney trying to put that bunt down to sacrifice Kylie Kinney on first. The Kinneys. And this one's laid down. Let's see if she can. Got there in time. Calvez over to Gutierrez. Nicely done. But the sacrifice bunt puts Kylie Kinney on second. Courtesy runner. And here comes Sydney Swinney. She's due up for a big one here. And she's going to go out to left. And she made a decision. You're going to have to run back. Out. And that is 2 outs that quickly. Sydney Swinney at second. Coach saying you don't overrun second, you don't overrun third. And once you do that, you're in a, quote, pickle. Mia Brezenio, number 14. Strike called. Fans are funny because that same pitch was pitched by Kenny, and it was too high, but this one was perfect. Fans are funny. Third is Sydney Swinney and Mia Brezenio at the plate. Two and one the count, 2 outs. Three and one. Calvez on the mound. For Agua Dulce on second is Sydney Swinney, and at the plate, Mia Brezenio. Full count now. On this one, the advantage to the runner is full count, 2 outs. The runner can go once that ball goes.
One more, baby. Good pitch, yeah.
Full count.
That's it, yeah.
And this is going to go to left center. Swinney is going to make it in. And to second goes Brezenio. Good base running. And she stays put at 7-2. So a good hit left center out there. Left fielder Estine Hill doing a good job retreating the ball, but Brezenio with good base running. And now here we are. Jolie Man. And let's see where this one's going. To left center. And it lands. Boy, that wind took that one. It's still going. It's a single, but whoa. Brezenio brings in run number 3. And you can't blame the fielders on that one. The ball got caught up there. You can kind of see the flag going here. Alexis Flores. That ball I thought was going out to left, and then it went to left center, and then it's right behind second base. Crazy. Alexis Flores. Foul ball. I think you heard that. Over the dugout for Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Alexis Flores 0-1. No runner for, no courtesy runner for Jolie Man right now. She's on first base. And this one's going to left. Foul ball. Yeah, Mr. Derek Franco is going to throw the ball back in. Here written on a little bit. His wife Charity, their daughter Chloe, who's out at left field and has had a hot bat lately. Going back to the game against Kennedy, and that is right over to Calvez, over to first, and that's the third out. Skidmore-Tynan puts up 2 runs here in the top of the third, and we go to the bottom of the third. It's 7-3. Agua Dulce. Both teams playoff bound. Agua Dulce will have her in location. I am not sure, but my understanding they will be playing Shiner in round 1, and Skidmore-Tynan will be in Cuero at Cuero softball field, taking on the Flatonia Bulldogs at 7 o'clock on Friday, April 25th. And if you cannot join us, and not based on my decision, I would keep it going right here with ST Lady Cat Nation on YouTube. But we will be streaming through the NFHS network. NFHS, Nancy Frank High School Network.com. The cheapest route is going the annual pass, which ends up being about $6 and something per month. If you just grab the month, it's $13. That's usually what I do. But lately I've been following every sport there is, so I may grab the other one. It does cost money for us, but it's well worth it if you can't make it. Even if you get the one time. I don't know if there's a one-time fee, but it's a 1 month, $13 and something. Josie Delgado, the shortstop, to the plate. 7-3 the score. We're in the bottom of the third here in Agua Dulce, Texas. And I don't know, I would assume it's in North. It would have to be in North Nueces County because I crossed the Nueces County line. I didn't realize. I thought it was more like San Patricio County. Or Jim Wells County. But it's Nueces. Maybe it's right on the tip. Two 2-0 the count. Just underway here in the bottom of the third. Agua Dulce with their shot at to the plate. Delgado, 2-0. And this is going. Let's see how the wind gets this one. It's fair. And that one got caught there, and it ended up closer to Haley Rodriguez at third, but Chloe Franco probably thought it's coming right at me, and the wind pulled it back. Mia Brezeño was close, and by the time it landed, Delgado's on second. Jalissa foul ball. Jalissa Ramirez. We've got three Ramirez's on the roster. Jalissa number 4, Natalia number 6, and Thalia number 7. I don't have time to try to keep Delgado over on second. And that wind is blowing. You can see it, folks. So to give you a perspective, the ball was hit toward left at Chloe Franco, and it ended up right behind third. So it's going to be hard to... Brogan Schmidt thought about going to Ali Hernandez on that one. Delgado is Josie Delgado right at second. Here's Jalissa Ramirez. Playing it conservatively as Brogan Schmidt tosses it back to Olivia Kinney. But I will be in Cuero. Little tapper over to Haley Rodriguez, and that not high enough for the wind to play tricks on you. So 1 out. Haley Rodriguez with the out, number 8. Avery Silva to the plate with Delgado on second. 1 out. Foul ball. Olivia Kinney doing well to get a good pitch off, because when they're swinging, she's causing a lot of foul balls, and that's as good as a strike, unless you already have 2 strikes. But good work on the mound by Olivia Kinney. Oh, Brogan Schmidt sure would like to have a pickoff here or there. Normally when the runner's on first, you're going to have the second baseman cover. And when they're on first, you have the shortstop come over for the tag. Strike call. 1 and 2. So Olivia Kinney wanting to keep this batter in check. Need 1 strike here. Wants something she can't put out of the park with, but you don't want a wild pitch either. And that gets by third base. And everybody stays put. A double for Ramirez. Actually, that wasn't Ramirez. That's Delgado on third. Ramirez struck out. That was, I'll get the number in just a second. And the runner will score here, and that is Delgado. And as soon as, that was number 8, Avery Silva. My apologies. And number 22 at the plate is Emma Jacobo. Runner at third, 1 out. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 runner on. Jacobo at the plate. Got some dirt in her eyes, did Brogan Schmidt. I'm getting some in my eyes, and I got the easy job. Good stop by Brogan Schmidt. This is about the angle that I had, although I had over at spots. At Greenwood software. Wow, you can tell I'm a nerd. Soft ball complex in Corpus Christi. I just got a little more height on it. Foul ball. And that's going to put it at 2-2 with 1 out. I can't really sit down because, well, actually, I might be able to. Legs start wearing down a little bit. It's 7 innings. We're only in the third. And a strikeout. I haven't kept track, but we will later. I know. Lorinda Mann will give me some good effort there by Olivia Kinney. She's put up at least 4 or 5 that I can count. Estrinel. Haley Estrinel. 2 outs. And a runner on. Silva's on third. And a nice big play. You guys can chat. I can't see the chat right now. Sometimes I can later, sometimes I don't. I don't know why. Time permitting, sometimes I'm on board. I'll go back and look at it. But please chat. Give a shout out to your favorite player. If it's a lady cat or a lady Longhorn, we support everybody in the area, in the region, in the district. As Ryan Holiday puts it, the best district in the world. And that hit Estine Hill. Ouch, that hurt me. So runner on first, Estine Hill. Talia Ramirez coming to the plate, and Olivia Kinney wanted to get this last out because only 1 run has come in. And if they can do that, somewhat good music for Talia Ramirez. Gonna try. That got away. And there comes a runner. Well, the intent is good. You're trying to get the runner stealing second, but then the runner at third comes in, and then that wild. Well, you saw it. I thought I saw 2 runs. Maybe it's only been 1. It bothers me that people don't, not that they need to catch a ball, but they don't even bring it back. They just let it land, and it's a ball back there. A young boy, a teenager, had his hands in his pockets and didn't try to at least get it off a bounce. I don't know. So nobody on base, 10-3, 1-1's the count, 2 outs. 3 runs have come in here in the bottom of the third. Skidmore-Tynan needing their bats to get a little hot. And this is the right call for Coach Gonzalez. And this is going to Mia Briseño. Too late. Gets by. A lot of wobble. A lot of errant throws. I don't know if it's the wind. Talia Ramirez at second. Here's Avery Calvez. Shaking her head at the walk-up music, but Coach Gonzalez is going to want to visit the mound here with 2 out here in the bottom of this third. Talia Ramirez on second, and Avery Calvez will come to the plate. Coach Calvez to go talk to Ramirez, and Coach Gonzalez having a little talk with the infield of Skidmore-Tynan. You can play it conservatively, but sometimes you've got to play a little aggressively. You got to get the ball to its destination accurately too. Otherwise, you end up getting a runner taking 1 or 2 bases, and that's kind of what happened there in the last sequence. Here's Calvez, the pitcher. And she's going to take first base. Number 21, Audrey Lueta. third baseman. Galvez on first. Dalia Ramirez on second. And this time she's going to hang on to it. A little bit of an official timeout quickly for Coach Gonzalez. Galvez on second. Ramirez on third. Dalia Ramirez. That's a little high. So 3-0. On deck is 23. First baseman Juliana Gutierrez. Strike all. 3-1. Good pitch by Olivia Kinney. Gutierrez is on deck. I don't know if you can put one out of this park today. It would have to be a line drive home run. It's just too much wind right now. I don't know what it's blowing at, but and that is a shot past shortstop. In comes Ramirez, and the bases will not be loaded. But here comes Gutierrez, first base. Gutierrez with runners at the corners. Bottom of the third. Galvez on third. Lueta on first. And that she keeps it right there. That's a good call there by Galvez. Lueta takes second. So now runners in scoring position. Three and 0 the count, so the Lady Cats in danger of getting the bases loaded one more time. I should say again. I don't know how many times, but Olivia Kinney hanging in there. Good pitch. I called that one before it arrived. That's a nice pitch by Olivia Kinney. 3-1. You gotta account for the wind too if you're in the outfield. Know it that the ball is gonna be brought back a little bit. Swing and a miss. Good stuff on that pitch by Olivia Kinney. So it's a big strike right here for Skidmore-Tynan. Foul ball.
Let's go.
So Gutierrez stays alive. Galvez on third and Lueta on second for the Lady Longhorns. And that's going to load up the bases for Josie Delgado, shortstop. Delgado with with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Calvez, Loera, and Gutierrez. I think all the players are questioning their song selection on their walk-up music, but I guess it's all a surprise. They're having fun, and that's what counts. And this is out. In come 2 runs, and nobody's picking up the ball. 2 runs come in. Little collision, Brezeño, and kind of between shortstop and left. But that ball looked like it would have gone out of here, but the wind picked it up. Julissa Ramirez. Runners on second and third. And hit by a pitch. Julissa Ramirez will take first. Bases loaded. For number 8, Avery Silva. Head coach coaching Gutierrez there in third. 60 feet away from outside. Delgado at second. Ramirez in first again, and just 60 feet away there with coach for Agua Dulce is Gutierrez. Good stop by Brogan Schmidt. Bases loaded. You're not going anywhere with the ball. If the catcher does her job, which Brogan Schmidt's done a wonderful job all season. And this is out in left field. And Chloe Franco with the third out with the bases loaded. Big out for Chloe Franco. Battling the wind and everything. That ends 3. So we'll go to the top of the 4th. Skidmore-Tynan. Here come the Lady Cats.
Everybody in the place to be to make some noise if you're down with me. 1.
All right, I had to silence the music due to copyrights and possibly language, but I don't know. I think they cut that part out. Here's Haley Rodriguez, top of the 4th. Strike call. Haley Rodriguez, senior, her last regular season and district game, has done great this season with a couple out of the park. Boy, the wind in that dust came and beat us like the Dust Bowl here, and also a grand slam against Refugio. So a 2-run shot, I believe, but also a 4-run, a grand slam, I should say. Haley Rodriguez playing third base most of the season, I believe, if not all of the season. There's a few, and this is out there, and it is at short. And number 2, Delgado. Chloe Franco. Chloe Franco. Foul ball. Good effort. Find out that intermediate to catch her. Now things are flying all over right now. Better for equipment, balls, and everything to be flying than tempers. And this is a good game, Chloe. It's time. Top of the fourth inning. Chloe Franco has, you saw a good catch there, a great catch there in left field, battling the wind elements and the dust that's on the field. It's a little wet on the field. Probably take foul ball. So 0-2, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Again, Skidmore-Tynan wants to put on a good showing. They're in the playoffs. Agua Dulce's in the playoffs. But you certainly don't want to give a Jolie man a good break. Strike 3. Second out. Here comes Jenna Vasquez. One thing missing, Jenna Vasquez, the senior, at least today, is there's no dirt or grass on the uniform. I'm sure she wants. Strike called. Jenna Vasquez again likes to slide and gets and constantly getting multiple bases on doubles and triples. She likes to round those bases. And as I said, slide. Yeah, 1-2 is the count. 2 outs, and Skidmore-Tynan in danger of not scoring here in the top of the fourth. That's over at right. It's going to hit over the dugout for Agua Dulce. Yeah, Google Maps was perfect. Getting me here to, or Siri, I should say. Google's been around longer. Alexa's not so bad. They're all good. And a little tapper. Let's see. It's going to be a single. Right. The wind was holding it back. I wouldn't be surprised if stops the ball in its track. But got to get a rally going here. And top of the order, they got to dismantle Brogan Schmidt, who's the catcher. All her gear has to come off. So with 2 outs, trying to get a 2-out rally going are the Lady Cats. Jenna Vasquez on first. Here's Brogan Schmidt. Swing and a miss, and there she is. The slide. That's exactly what we were looking for. You got to have one slide in there, and you can tell. Now you know who Jenna Vasquez is. She's got all the dirt on her. Or sand or dirt or whatever. It's a little high. 1-1 the count. 1-1 with 2 outs. There are some fans. I don't know if it's a dad or a granddad or just an uncle. He likes to get into the game. He's having fun. Foul ball so quickly, 1-2. And this is going to go through the gap. Here it comes. Here comes. There she is. Safe. Jenna Vasquez. You got to do that. Nice work. 2 slides. So Brogan Schmidt on first. Keep the camera. Let's see if we can do, I believe, a courtesy runner. Emma Koenig will run for Brogan Schmidt, and to the plate is the pitcher for Skidmore-Tynan, Olivia Kinney. trying to keep this alive. 2-out rally started up here by Jenna Vasquez. And then comes Brogan Schmidt, and now here we are. Olivia Kinney trying to keep it going. And that's going to be Emma Koenig with an easy walk to second. And it's good to want to get that runner on second. So that way, if there is a chance to round third, Coach Gonzalez will give the signal, and that would get us a little bit closer. Right now, there's a 9-run gap here in the top of the 4th inning for Skidmore-Tynan. They're not too worried right now. And it's going to go into the parking lot. Man, that ball, it bounces, and because of the wind, it takes like a 20-yard hop. It's a little crazy. Sydney Swinney is on deck in the event that Olivia Kinney gets on. Now what you want to do is you want to take this pitch. I don't know if Coach Sydney Swinney over here on deck may want to take this one. It was a good pitch, so you had to go 3-2. So now Emma Koenig can run. It's 3-2. And that is going to bring up swinging Sydney Swinney. So we've got runners on first and second. So you want to try to get them to move over 60 feet. But first things first. Oh, and a good stop by the catcher Ramirez, Natalia. It's an opportunity for Swinney. Foul ball. Stopped there by Coach Gonzalez, the athlete. Olivia Kinney on first. McKinney on second. 2-1 the count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. For 2-3s, Swinney. And that is going to land, and in here comes Koenig. And it's going to be safe, and you're going to keep it right there on third, and Swinney on second. There's Emma Koenig with the 5th run, 13-5, and Mia Brezenio with runners in scoring position. 2 outs. So Jenna Vasquez starting this 2-out rally, and it's continued, folks. Try call. Calvez putting it right where it needed to be. Apologize for all the wind, but can't control it. It's coming right at me, right in my face. I wouldn't be. My cap is backwards right now, and I didn't even move it. Ball 1-1, 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Olivia Kinney on third. Sydney Swinney on second. 2-1. On deck. Jolie Man. That wind is crazy. We know Jolie Man can put it out of here because she did too. Out toward left field, foul ball to the left, but she did put it out there. It is 2-2, 2 outs. 3-2, full count, 2 outs. So runners will get the advantage. They will go once the ball is released. And let's see if it's going to be right at shortstop Delgado. And she takes it for the 3rd out. But a good little 2 runs after that 2 outs for a little bit of a rally started by Jenna Vasquez. 13-5. We go to the bottom of the 4th. I'll be right back. Again, both teams going to the playoffs. Agua Dulce going to meet Shiner, and Skidmore-Tynan will meet Flatonia in Cuero on April 25th at 7 p.m. on the NFHS network. And I plan to be the one there. So we're underway here in the bottom of the fourth inning in Agua Dulce. Emma Jacobo at the plate. Foul ball, 1-1 the count. Olivia Kinney putting something on the pitch because there have been a lot of foul balls. As I mentioned, it's as good as a strike unless you already have 2 strikes. But doing good. Mentioned there's a few. Olivia Kinney, one of the freshmen on the team, Jacob Salinas, who hasn't seen action today, and Dana Sanchez, who has not seen action today. Just barely foul ball, but it was foul. Full count. Just looking at Olivia's, nothing's rattling her, and that's what matters. She just forgets the last pitch. She gets to the next one. Ball 4. Jacobo to first. Haley Estrinel. Estrinel at the plate with Jacobo at first. Bottom of the fourth. Skidmore-Tynan did put up 2 runs on a 2-out rally begun by Jenna Vasquez, and was able to get 2 runs. 2 runs stayed. It would have been good to get those 2 in, but didn't happen. Good fielding. Josie Delgado has fielded quite a few of them. This is going out to center, and Flores drops it, and everybody is safe at second and third. So that's going to put Estrinel at second, Jacobo on third, and Talia Ramirez to the plate. That's high. Again, you can't really, I'm coaching now. The fielders have just a crazy wind. it is not, it's just not pretty. So if you're feeling right now in the outfield, you're doing good. That's why. You're gonna call that a ball. So that's a ball. 2-0. And that's gonna go shortstop. In comes Jacobo. In comes Hell for 2 runs here. To the plate, the pitcher, Avery Calvez. And a runner at second, and that is here comes the wind. Calvez. That's high. Ooh, just inside and a little high. 2-0 the count. Crazy weather, crazy weather. And then it stops, and then there's just gusts. Low and inside. 3-0 the count. Dalia Ramirez on second. With the same look on her face, and like I said, she's just pitching it, freaking, and going to the next and going to the next. And that's what a pitcher should do. Don't let him get high. That's gonna put Calvez on first, so runners on first and second, and to the plate will go Audrey Lueta and Juliana Gutierrez on deck. Nobody out. Pitcher, 1 out, and a sacrifice. 1 out. Runners will advance. Calvez to second, and Talia Ramirez on third, and Juliana Gutierrez to the plate. It's a good fielding by Olivia Kinney. Several times today. That's going to put Gutierrez on first to load up the bases with 1 out. And number 2, the shortstop, Josie Delgado to the plate. I believe Josie Delgado talking to Dad. Stands. I think Coach Calvez wants so number 1 courtesy runner, I have either Celeste Garza or Juliana Farias, and I apologize, but there were 2 number 1s on my roster, so one of them is the courtesy runner. Bases loaded, 1 out. Skidmore-Tynan trailing by 10. Bottom of the 4th. Here in Agua Dulce. They said, call us. Good stop by Brogan Schmidt. 2-0. Call it Agua Dulce. Call it Agua Dulce. Agua Dulce. But not Sweetwater. I see 3. There you go. 3-0 is the count with the bases loaded. So we're cut out for Olivia Kinney on this one as she looks at Delgado at the plate now. bunt. And a strike. I think she was going to take that pitch. It didn't matter what it was. Good coaching and good batting. And this is out of left center. What a nice throw. Now you got to cover. Catch put out, second out by Jenna Vasquez out at left field. Runner does come in. That's Talia Ramirez. Yeah, there's got to be able to cover that home plate. Schmidt has to go retrieve the ball. You got to be ready at home plate. But Talia Ramirez brings it in. Here it is. Wow, it's windy. Emily Anderson. Runners in scoring position. Somebody yelled at a tornado. Not quite, but I wouldn't want this. This is nothing compared to a tornado. I wouldn't want to see one. And out to left center, looks like Vasquez. And Jenna Vasquez putting out the third out for Skidmore-Tynan. By Jenna Vasquez. 16-5, and we go to the fifth. Change my little. And once again, let me put my little graphic up here. If there's music, I gotta mute it, y'all. But here's my little graphic, and that's what's coming up. Be right back. Jolie Man, the lead off the top of the fifth. And that's about as easy an out as you can get off Jolie Man. A little hopper up to right to Calvez, the pitcher. Alexis Flores. On deck, Haley Rodriguez. Here in the top of the fifth. Skidmore-Tynan needs to get something going before the two outs. Oh, almost a catch. Almost a catch by Audrey Luena. Almost a, did she have possession? Kind of like Des Bryant. Was it a catch? Sorry I didn't flip over, but basically she reached out that left hand and got in for a moment, but no control. So 1-1 is the count, one out. And Alexis Flores, it will land. That was a little difficult. And Flores will stay at first, one out. So now here is Haley Rodriguez, H-Rod. That was a little tough for Delgado, but she was kind of going the opposite direction, and the wind is crazy. That goes back for the first. Obviously somebody been getting poked fun at. And he gets the ball back there. At least he tried. The other guy was just standing there. Like he's never seen one before. Oh, and a little hit out to right field. Single, and runners will stay with one out. And now Chloe Franco to try to get a 1-out rally going rather than a 2-out for the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Runners on first and second. Flores on second. Haley Rodriguez on first. Here's Chloe Franco. Swing and a miss. Got her chase a high one there. And on deck, the slider. Also with the last two putouts in the outfield, and that's Jenna Vasquez. And that one could land. It's trouble. You're gonna have to stay right there. Bases loaded. A single by Chloe Franco. Ball held for a while, and then it dropped, and that's the way the wind. That's the way it's been all night. Ellie Rodriguez at second. Jenna Vasquez. Strike call. 1 out. Bats trying to heat up a little bit here for Skidmore-Tynan. Chloe. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Chloe Franco in first. Haley Rodriguez at second. Alexis Flores at third. There's Jenna Vasquez. Oh! Safe. Good catch by Calvez. The bases will stay loaded. Heads up running by Alexis Flores. But Calvez to Luella. But not quite. There's Tabu. Top of the order, Brogan Schmidt with the bases loaded. Try to get at least a hit to make a couple of runs in. And this is out to and the out. Out at left field with the bases loaded. Skidmore-Tynan goes away with no runs here in the top of the fifth. And this is going to be the game. Hard fought by both Lady Cats and the Lady Longhorns here in Agua Dulce, Texas. Nueces County on this April 17, 2025. I'd like to wish my grandson, my first grandson, 3 years old today in San Antonio, Miles Anthony Ramirez Gentry. Happy birthday from Pops. Stick around for just a little bit with the Lady Cats. I don't know if I'll be doing any post game, but we're on the road, and sometimes they got to get themselves a little bit. Final score from Agua Dulce, 16-5. So the Lady Cats will end the season with a 10-4 record in district, and they'll go down to meet the Flatonia Bulldogs in Cuero on April 25th, 7 p.m. First round of the playoffs. Again, folks, I will not be bringing this to you via our Lady Cat, ST Lady Cat Nation YouTube channel. I will be bringing it to you via the NFHS network, nfhsnetwork.com. You know, if you just get the one monthly fee, it's 13 something. If you go all out and get the annual pass, it turns out to be 6 something a month, but you have it the whole year. So you do the math, that would be like 72 a year or something like that. So just letting you know that we will not be here at ST Lady Cat Nation, and it's not my choice or my charging you. It's the way it is for players. We've got to do it that way, and I will continue to follow our Lady Cat softball team throughout in the NFHS network. But thank you for joining me at ST Lady Cat Nation. And also continue to join us at ST Bobcat Nation for the remainder of the Skidmore-Tynan Bobcat baseball team. And that's Ray Armidas running that show over there. I want to shout out also deep thanks to our friends at Referral Sports Network, RSN, namely Ryan Linney. Ryan Linney has been such an asset, knowing that he just goes above and beyond. I don't come close, but I'm not desiring to do that at this time. And it's not competition. It's just doing things together. But he has been such an asset. Ryan Linney, God bless you, my brother. Thank you for helping out. Also, Stephen Trujillo through 364 Sports, who kind of got the ball rolling. Not kind of, he did, to get us going through the streaming. But again, we're seeing the playoffs at NFHS Network. This is the ST Lady Cat Nation. Final score one, final time 16-5. The Lady Longhorns of Agua Dulce go on to the playoffs to meet Shiner, and we're going to go meet Flatonia on April 25th at 7 o'clock in Cuero, Texas. ST Lady Cat Nation, my name is Salvador Ramirez. Good night, and God bless.